Good evening, everybody. How are you? Let me put the link in for Mr. Charles. Welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism. What this is all about, if you are brand new, it's just us coming together, another way for us to socialize and talk about things that matter to us. And yes, sometimes we break the monotony and have a laugh or two. I am live on Facebook as well. Oh, let me flip as TikTok. Hello to everybody over on TikTok also. For you, those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment. And I don't know how I flipped it. Hey, Linda.
Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm Linda and I'm the other admin.
Let me see. I'm trying to see how I flip this on. Hey, Mr. Charles.
Hey, Nita and Linda. How are y'all doing?
Hey, Charles.
Good. Pretty good. Wait a minute. I don't know what I did. I was trying to. Oh, here we go. There I go. Still learning how to do TikTok there. But hey, everybody. So how you guys doing this evening? What's going on? Let's see who's here. Hey, Beth. How are you?
Hi, Beth.
45 hours. Oh, you've been working. Hey, Spencer. Happy Thanksgiving.
Spencer.
How are you? And there's Kelly. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Can't hear anything on my end. Can everybody hear okay?
No.
All right, Mr. Charles. Okay, let us know. Kelly, you might have to... she can't hear me, so she may have to log out and come back in.
I wonder if her sound may be turned down. She might not realize it.
Yeah, that's a possibility, too. Okay, so Carmencita. All right, you can hear us.
Hi, Carmencita.
Welcome. Spencer says, my autistic son got smart to search for the Christmas gifts, so now I hid them all in the trunk. Now I hope he don't get my keys and look there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember those days. I hear you clear. Good. I'm okay. Okay, so you can hear us now, Kelly. Welcome, Carmencita. Am I pronouncing your name right? I hope so.
Carmencita.
Carmencita. That's pretty. That is pretty. Hey, Candy, how are you?
Hi, Candy.
Okay, so Kelly can hear us. Awesome. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm still a little congested, so don't mind me. Beth says my daughter has new work hours and is now taking Carter to school. I miss him so much. How do I adjust to having him 8.5 years every day to not at all during the week? I know you miss him. I see the confusion also in him too. Oh, yeah. So this is not right.
Was he your grandson?
Yeah, that's her grandson.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're pronouncing it right. Okay. Thanks for the love over here. So if you are brand new, how this works is this is just open discussion. But we do have a topic. But if you have something you'd like to share, please feel free to throw it in the chat. If you have a question, we will be more than happy to help in any which way we can. If you can help with a question in the chat, feel free to chime in. That's what it's all about. It's us learning, sharing, and supporting one another. Candy says they only have 2 days this week in school. Okay, yeah, DeAndre has 3. His last day will be Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. When I was growing up, usually they had full days Monday and Tuesday, and then half day on Wednesday on Thanksgiving week.
Okay.
And our Emily's last day was Friday, and then they go
Friday.
back on
Oh, they
Monday.
get a
Yeah,
whole week.
yeah.
Okay.
They did the same thing, with Christmas. Now, trying to remember whether we had school on Monday the 23rd when Christmas fell on a Wednesday as it does this year. I don't remember whether we did or not, but I know usually when it fell on the other day of the week, we'd have a half day on the 23rd, and then after that began Christmas vacation.
Spencer says his kids are out a whole week. Hold on, you got. Excuse me. Hey, Teresa, how are you?
Hi, Teresa.
Carmencita says, I have homeschooled my 8-year-old and he is doing good.
That's good.
Oh, excuse me. That's awesome. Awesome. It's always great to hear our babies doing good, no matter what method of education they are getting. But that's good. That is good. Okay, so I believe I think it was Kelly. Well, we have a topic that we can discuss because, um, as you know, I think it was earlier this week. They found a 8-year-old boy in Ohio who had wandered away from the home, and they found him in the pond behind his complex. Um, this happens so often to so many of our kids, even if they are not elopers, because I think I read where the article mentioned that he this wasn't him. He didn't usually elope, and he wasn't a wanderer. But our kids are attracted to the water. Um, what kind of things? What are you guys' thoughts on this? What can we do more of to prevent this from happening to our babies? And especially if we live by bodies of water.
And
Um,
even if you don't live near what you think of as a body of water, so many water comes in so many different forms around us. Rivers, creeks, canals, um, ponds, what have you. Uh, there might not be what you think of as a big body of water, but there's still water.
oh yeah,
And like with licensing for child cares, if you have like say a planter or a bucket, something like that around your house, and it filled up with rainwater, you have to dump it out, or it's considered a body of water. So those things like how those like there's like those huge bins that you could put toys in. If you have
yeah.
those outside, that can even be a situation.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, part of it, of course, when you have a kid who's able to, it depends on the child's ability to understand what you teach them. And the child has some ability to comprehend, like me as a kid, um, you teach them water safety, and and if possible, teach them to swim also, but teach them water safety, teach them to have a respect for water. But when you have a child that is, level 3, and it's difficult for him to grasp concepts like danger, you know, and, and of course, you have you worry the most about kids who are elopers, and it's a matter of what kind of locks do you have to put up to keep them in the house.
Mhm.
That's what I was gonna say too. So I don't know exactly what kind of things mom implemented. But yeah, special locks, special sound alerts when the doors are open or any exits are opened. Um, that's good. To have something on him so that when he gets a certain distance from you, like say an Apple Watch or something like that, that will alert you that he's gone. Another thing is to, if you're working with water safety, that's good, and hopefully, he could understand that. And then also, stranger danger and public safety, about cutting it in the beginning of not going outside alone. So there's all kind of things that could be implemented, but it's hard because we don't know, what happened. But with us, those kind of things can go a long way, because if one thing fails, maybe the next thing will,
Next thing,
help.
yeah. Spencer says, I have a security system. It says front door open, back door open, so he can't get out without us knowing it. Same here, Spencer. Um, I have mine put on with the voice, more because I just want to make sure he's not going out the door. Um, I will never say he won't elope or wander off. I, as far as right now, he stays, close to me, close to home. But there's always those situations where you just don't know, and it's good to have these things in place. Um, yeah, Candy says I got my son swimming lessons, and every year I try to sign him up for the YMCA. That's another good thing to do is swimming lessons. Um, that should be mandatory. I know it took me a while with DeAndre. He didn't get swimming lessons until he got to high school. And I know I shouldn't have waited so long, but the sooner the better. If they're babies, start them off when they're babies. At least that will help with some type of prevention if they know about the water.
Hmm. A certain level of respect for the water, I
Yes.
guess they would understand. The only thing about that is then when you start to um, question their cognition and
Mm,
understand, their understanding that I know how to swim, therefore I can jump in this body of water,
yeah,
is another thing where they have the skill to swim, but then do they have the ability to decide this is a safe body of water to swim in or not?
right, right. They
Yeah,
just may get excited and say, "Oh, I'm going to jump in."
Yeah, exactly.
and
Hmm.
teaching water safety, I think, is that's more important than teaching how to swim. Teaching how to swim can be a line of defense, for just in case this child wanders off. I turn my back for a minute because something comes up and child is gone, and just in case that the worst happens, at least give them a fighting chance of not drowning.
Carmen Cedar says, "Yes, my son loves water." Linda, can you read that? Because every time I start talking, I got a
Yeah,
cough. I'm
yes, my
sorry.
my son loves water. I want to get him some swimming classes because that worries me because he loves the water.
Yeah,
And that,
yeah,
that gives him a it gives him another layer of safety where he can swim, and hopefully he's not swimming because he wants to go out for a swim. But that is a good thing to have in place, is him having the ability to swim. Spencer, oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Spencer said, "What I'm getting at is, even though she's not teaching, Missouri won't do anything because no records or documentation is required."
Oh, that's about the homeschooling.
yeah. Might be some previous thing he said that
Yeah, they're talking about homeschool. Homeschool. I think let's go back up here. I
yeah,
think, yeah, my my son's mother is homeschooling her other two kids, but not really getting an education. Missouri has horrible laws on homeschooling.
Yeah,
It's not about laws, Spencer. It's about commitment to providing a good education. Yeah, you definitely have to be committed.
yeah,
Candy says it's funny. Now my son is getting up randomly, turning to Food Network. I think he wants to do holiday treats. Looking for ideas now. Awesome. Awesome. That'll be a
That
great
is good.
project.
Hmm. How old is
Hmm.
he?
Kelly says, I believe this little guy got off the bus and that was the last time he seen. Oh, was that what it was?
yeah. The kid
See,
that drowned.
Well,
and
I
that's
mean,
an issue right there because he should
yes,
be line of sight. He should not be getting off the bus unless there's somebody there to take him from the bus, or the front door opens, but he should always be seen. He shouldn't have been left or
yeah,
allowed to run off.
at all, especially getting off a bus. That
Couldn't have
Hmm.
had the
that's
opportunity to run off. Yeah,
Because then how long was he missing before she realized he's not late, he's missing? That's why it's best to
right.
have the communication when he comes home.
So yeah, like here with DeAndre, they have to provide the safest route. Uh, so which in his case would be door to door. He has some awesome bus drivers, and the bus driver cannot leave until I open the door. And if I don't open the door after so long, then they have to take them to the terminal, but they cannot leave until he's safely in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how Emily's daughter, like she's like front door,
Yeah,
um and somebody has to open the door. Like even she wouldn't be allowed to just walk in the house. Somebody needs to, yeah, okay, I see she's home, that kind of thing.
right.
One time the bus driver got, sometimes he gets kind of rowdy on the bus and stuff, and
Mm.
she turned, she said something to a kid, and she looked, and Emily was gone. Emily was in the house, and she
She
called,
didn't
and she
realize.
called dispatch, and she said, I just want to make sure that Emily did go into the house, versus wandered off somewhere and she missed it.
Yeah,
But she, I guess she was really worried that she, just in case, to make sure. But yeah, I mean,
better
it takes a
safe than
second.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
better
I
safe.
was happy when she called because
Yeah.
that, showed me, okay, yeah, she is paying attention.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm wondering how this little boy was able to just get off the bus and disappear. That something's not right there. Candy says it has voice things that lets us know the door, yeah, or windows open. Yeah, those are very good to have because as soon as I hear mine, I jump up immediately. Windows open? What? Wait, what?
Yeah. And we set ours on different, so we have like the front door, the back door, but then we set certain windows on certain sounds. So then that way
Okay,
we're a little more alerted that it's this window, not, this window. Um, but yeah, and then if you don't hear it too often, but then you hear it all of a sudden, yeah, you pay
yeah.
attention.
You're like, what? Who's opening the windows?
Yeah, and you don't know how many times I've done that, like, oh, that's right, okay.
how
Candy,
how old
Candy,
was your son when he did that, Candy?
Candy says my son scared me. We went to the water park. He jumped into 4 feet by himself.
How
Yeah.
old was he when he did that? I wonder.
So I got a lesson, and plus YMCA does treat water safety class. Oh, teach water safety class. Good. She says her son is 10.
10. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, 4 foot probably would be, if not over his head, at
No,
least,
no,
close to over his
no,
head.
no, 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 no. Get down, down. Spencer says, my wife went to school to be a nurse. She believes those with kids with autism should take CPR and first aid class. Yes, those are good things to have. Definitely.
Yeah, that's good to have.
Yes.
Question.
Any kid, for any kid though, not just autism. Even if you have a young, baby, CPR is very good thing to know.
Yeah, of course, the problem is CPR won't help though if your child wanders off and ends up going into some body of water. Uh,
Yeah, that's true, but
yeah,
it will help if they're choking.
yeah,
And it will help in a body of water if you get there, a minute or
In
two
time.
too late.
if you're
Yeah.
there, if you're there when it happens, yeah, it works.
Uh, Candy said, excuse me.
Her son gets picked up and walked to the door, which is good.
Okay, good. Oh, they walk him to the door. Awesome. Get down, Sammy. No, no, no. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Stay right there.
Yeah, that removes the opportunity to run off or wander off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Kelly said, I was shocked when I read that, and he was only 6 years. Yeah, yeah, that something's not right there. Then you would think the transportation, stop it, Sammy. No, they would be at fault, or they would have to take accountability for that. If you don't
Because
stop,
yeah, because they were the last ones who seen him and had him, and
right?
they shouldn't have been relieved of watching him until the parent or somebody collected him.
Yeah, yeah, that was definite negligence on their part.
Don't get on my nerve, dog. Say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hey, Sammy,
Woof,
Sammy,
woof,
Sammy.
He being spoiled
woof.
again. Wolf. Kelly says, I've actually had the bus aide bring Jordan to the door. If I don't make it out in time, also Jordan wore a tracker that I could see his route. Okay. And that's another good thing to have, a tracker, you know.
Yeah, that's what we gave Emily an Apple Watch, and then
Okay.
we can set it to give us an alert if she leaves her school, or yeah, if she leaves her school, when she arrives at school, all of those different things you can set. Because she leaves campus to go to work, she leaves campus to go to do outings and things like that, and then we get notification that she's back at school and all that. So yeah, it's really good to have something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I mean, he was 7 at the time of the 4 feet.
Yeah, okay. 7 at the time it happened. Yeah, so definitely the water would have been over his head then. Definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Spencer says, now my mom had one of those security systems. Excuse me, you guys. Me and my sister figured out if you put a magnet on the sensor, it would not go off. Wow. Hope
wow.
my son never figures that out. Really? Wow. That's interesting. Um, Kelly says the pond at parks is another dangerous area. Kids see ducks and want to engage with them. Yeah. And also, just looking at the body of water, it could be like a sensory thing because it could be calming, just listening, to the water waves going back and forth, attracting them.
And you know how many times we're trying to, get them to understand, like, oh, we can play in the water. Oh, it's bath time. Oh, the sprinkler, go play, that kind of thing. That we're trying more often than not, we're trying to encourage them to do those kind of things, and then here
Right,
comes a body of water, and then you have to say the opposite.
right.
Yeah, they have to be able to distinguish between the two, and if they can't, then don't encourage them to do anything involving playing with water.
See, and then yeah, that's the hard thing, because then you say, oh yeah, it's how many autistic kids are afraid of the bath, and you're trying to reassure them the entire time, but
Mm.
I guess that comes down to understanding and cognition and being able to separate the two, that some water is okay and some water is not.
Yeah,
Let
understanding
me go fix my coffee. I need something hot.
Okay.
when it's when water is dangerous and when it's not. Um,
Exactly, yeah. That's like, yeah, exactly. So, like, even if they can swim, yeah, being able to assess like we can, like, okay, that water's too rough, we can't swim in there, or the ocean, things like that. The necessity to be able to differentiate.
And with some of these natural disasters, you can even use news items to teach, about the dangers of water and show what use these news things when there's a flood or a mudslide. Show, look, this is what water can do. This is why it's dangerous.
Yeah, social stories too, because they're visual learners. So social stories may go a lot further than be careful, don't go in the water. You have to have somebody there, all of those kind of things that's said to them will probably come across a lot clearer through social stories.
Yeah, and of course, with that, a lot depends on the level of autism, level of child's ability to comprehend. Because level 2, level 3 social stories work best with kids with level 2 or level 3. Level 1 may be better. Use something like the news.
I want to ask Kelly, did you read anywhere in the articles? Did they get in touch with the schools as far as the transportation department? That bothers me. That really bothers me that they would let that baby off the bus like that.
Yeah, it might have been a substitute driver who didn't know that this child has special needs, and I can't just drop him off when I don't see anybody there to pick him up. There's all kinds of opportunities for the school system or transportation system or whatever to fumble the ball when it comes to special needs kids.
Okay, where are we?
Well, I'm in Connecticut, and I think you're in Michigan. I think
Oh,
Lynn is in
okay,
California.
Mr. Charles. Candy says I am BLS certified. Of course, that was gonna be my next question. Basic life saving skills. Okay.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
Awesome. Candy says he was 7 when he did that at the water park.
yeah, yeah. It would be scary because that would definitely be over a 7-year-old's head.
Yeah. Cute dog. Thank you. Thank you. He's cute and
Yeah,
spoiled.
yeah. That's about 1.2 meters.
Candy says, plus Project Lifesaver here. they can track child location. Okay. Now, is that a free service? Is that something offered by um, um, emergency workers, or is that just an organization that you can sign up for?
So it looks like it says that he was let off the bus and he was passed on to his adult sister, and he somehow separated from his adult sister, and
Oh,
yeah, that's how it happened. But he did
mm,
get off the bus and was handed over. And what's
wow.
so bad is I just looked up this story, and another boy came up, same age, but it happened in September, and he ended up in the pond, found in the pond. And he actually escaped from school at 11:30 a.m. and they found him about 4:30 p.m. in the pond.
What?
But
Wow.
he escaped actually from school.
Yeah. So once the kid escapes from school, now the problem is you don't know where he's gone, and that's why it may take hours before he's found, and of course it's hours and it's way too late.
Did
Yeah.
they say how long it took the school to realize he was missing?
No, it just said I didn't get too into it because I was trying to go to the next story to find out about this other one, but I'll look into that.
Oh, that's
When
terrible.
Emily was she was in second grade.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in second grade, and she escaped from school two or three times
Wow.
consecutively, like in days in a row. And I think it was the second time that she went out, and so what she did was the gate was locked and chain locked, but it opened enough for her to squeeze through, but the teachers couldn't squeeze through, so they had to go literally around the block to go get her from the park. But the second time that she went out there, all she did was play in this big puddle of water. But and that wasn't really, like, I don't know if I would have thought she would have did something like that, but that was the thing that attracted her, was the water. And
Wow.
she was so, like, as if she was swimming in the water. Like,
Wow.
that's how much she had played in that water. But yeah, it's, I don't know what it is, but yeah, they followed her to the fence. They saw her go squeeze through it really quick. But so they never had eyes off of her. So at least
Good.
that was a good thing. But we didn't know who would be in the park, anything like that,
Yes.
on the other
Yes. Just
side. And then we got to,
scary.
yeah, I think it was the second time or the third time. We told them just call us when it happens, and then I ended up pulling up right then, on the last time, and she looked like, oh my goodness, I'm caught. But
Like,
yeah.
uh
Yeah, like,
oh.
like, no, we're not going to be doing this. But really, what the school ended up doing was shortening the chain, because that clearly was a mistake already. If a kid could fit through there, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
Spencer says Apple Watch. That's a good idea. We have thought about an AirTag. Yeah, AirTag is a good idea too.
Yep.
Yeah, we have an AirTag too for Emily.
Uh,
Um, so we have the AirTag and then the watch. The AirTag is it's in her backpack, so we would see her on the bus. The only thing about the AirTag is that it wouldn't update very often. So it
okay.
has to hit a certain signal and then it might update. So you could be running like maybe 10 minutes off sometimes. If that, if it's going. But sometimes it's shorter. But yeah, it's better, definitely better than nothing.
Yeah.
Anything that helps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's why my daughter bought me an Apple Watch, or actually gave me an Apple Watch that she had.
Spencer says, I hate to say it that school could be looking at a lawsuit because of this. Well, yeah, she just said that the child was um, the sister, right? The older sister, Linda. I believe she said it was the older sister.
Sorry,
No
my
idea.
thing froze. Yeah, it was the older sister. He was handed
Okay.
over to the older sister. Not just older, she was an adult.
Oh, so she dropped the ball there.
Yeah, because yeah, it clearly said it was his adult sister.
Wow.
Yeah, who was supposed to pick him up? Is that it?
No, after yeah, I guess get him off the bus. Yep.
Yeah, and she wasn't there. Yeah, so they just dropped the kid off.
No, she was there, but we don't know what happened. Why?
Yeah,
How did?
she was there.
Mm,
Oh,
They
she
didn't
was
leave him by
there.
himself. They left him with her, the adult sister.
yeah. How did
Yeah,
she lose sight of him?
yeah.
Is my
She turned
question.
her back on him. Yeah,
Candy says it's offered by the city police department, and they provide. Excuse me.
they provide a bracket to be worn around the ankle or wrist. It has a tracking device connected. That is helpful.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. Let me go back here. It's called the Project Lifesaver. Okay. Yeah, that's really good.
So
Spencer
the
says,
other
my
boy was
question. Oh, go ahead.
so the other boy hold on a second.
He what?
She's doing something. She's going to get
Oh,
back to us.
so while we're waiting, my question is all the time from when the child escaped, nobody noticed the child was gone. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. How did he initially get away from her eyesight?
Yeah,
So
Hi,
on the first
Earlene.
on the one that
Ireland.
happened in September, it was in South Carolina, and he
Okay.
escaped from his class. There was one other student, two adult teachers there. They saw him run out the class. He ran out the hallway. He either went over the fence or through the fence, they said. And there was tall grass on the other side. Um, and when he got in there, they couldn't find him anymore. So I guess they had been looking or whatever, and they eventually found him in the pond. Outside of one of Emily's schools, there was like this. It wasn't a pond, but it had a lot of duckweed. Like if a kid got in there, you wouldn't see him.
Mm, wow.
Yeah,
That is some scary stuff.
yeah. Well, that one, from South Carolina, definitely, the school's fault. The other one, I mean, if his older sister picked him up from the bus stop, at that point, he became her
Yeah.
responsibility, and it's her fault if she turned her back on him and let him wander off.
Candy says the Autism Society of Tidewater and City Police Department partner to provide the device to individuals. Awesome.
All right,
Yep,
that's very
that's
good.
awesome.
So you're in the Norfolk area of Virginia.
Earlene says even the iPhone does not update regularly either. I haven't tried iPhone, but I got DeAndre a new phone, but I had to take it away. He doesn't have an iPhone though. I had to get him an Android. All he does is download games and call everybody on his contact list. I'm like,
Oh
hello,
wow,
how you doing, Grandma? Grandma? So I
Yeah,
have to hide it from him.
yeah, the watch is better than definitely it's far better than
Okay.
the AirTag. The phone the phone is I think I've seen the phone better than the watch, but Emily's watch, she has the watch where it has her own phone number, whereas
Okay.
the rest of us, we just got the one that connects to our phone because we will have our phones with us, but she won't. So, but tracking, like say other ones of us in our family on the phone. We've never really had a problem unless you're in a place where there's not good cell service. So there's
Okay.
certain parts of town we know, like, oh, okay, they're not going to be able to. I don't know why Target never gets service, but anyway. So if you're inside Target, you're not going to be able to get a hold of anyone, whatever. But yeah, they're pretty reliable. That I've noticed.
Okay. Um, Candy said, I got my son a harness so he can't run for me. Good. Better safe than sorry,
Yeah.
especially if he is a wanderer. That is Erica Alexander the Great.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm lost.
Hi, Arlene.
Hi, Earling. Candy says, I am a pre-K teacher. We count the kids every hour. Okay. All right. Good. Good thing to do. Keep up with them.
Yeah.
Chesapeake, Virginia.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Tidewater area. That's what I picked up on that because, of course, I lived in Virginia for. Uh, at this point, I can still say I've lived in Virginia for a little over half my life. Soon, I won't be able to say that anymore. But I lived in Virginia for 39 years, and I'm 78 now, and in a few months, I'll be enough past 78. I won't be able to say I've lived half my life in Virginia.
Kelly says, you wonder why they aren't better precautions with schools that are centered in dangerous areas. My son's school is located near farmland and railroad tracks. Yeah.
There's so many dangers, though, that that's the thing that I think it'd be hard to find a school that's not located near some kind of hazard.
Yeah. But if you're in a school and you have kids that will possibly elope, there should be something in place. You would think the school would put like we have in the homes, those alarm systems when somebody opens the door. If they push the door open, I mean, some do have them, those emergency exits, because they beep. Which Apple Watch does Emily have? What's the price of the watch? How much you pay a month for the bill?
I mean, I don't
Okay.
think there's unless you're paying for the watch in installments. I don't think there's a monthly bill with an Apple Watch. The monthly bill is
He was
for
probably referring to the
your cell
service.
service.
Yeah.
So the cell service is it's $10 for the watch for the line, and then the watch itself, I think hers have, because as the number was 449 or 499, and she has the I don't know when it came out, maybe September. Yeah, I think it was September. So she has the newest one. I forgot if it's I forgot what number it is. 12, maybe, I want to say. But yeah, it was the one that just came out, and because we try to keep hers updated to the newest one, because hers is the most vital.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know my watch. There's no monthly fee for it, but then again, I guess you can get a separate phone line for the watch, and I don't have that. My watch it connects to the phone via Bluetooth, but it doesn't have its own cell service line.
Oh, Erlene said I was saying that it's great about Tidewater Police, but it got me. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you had me confused. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. Erlene says, my son wants to walk to school, 7th grade. He takes the bus, but wants to be more independent. Most kids bike to school here and just not sure. I guess that would all depend, though. Are there other kids walking? Does he have someone to walk with him? How well does he know the neighborhood? You have to take all of that into consideration.
Yeah, how much sense of danger does he have?
Right. That, yeah. Yeah, because I definitely wouldn't be able to trust DeAndre to walk. He wouldn't even look for cars. He'd have his head down walking.
Yeah,
Candy
that'd
says,
be
huh?
Emily. I
Emily
think
too.
Emily might do the same thing. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Candy says, scared to get my son one. He will be calling everyone. He already be calling my Maryland family on his tablet. Yeah, I
Well,
had to. I programmed just family numbers in DeAndre's phone. And boy, when I tell you, when he found that out, where the contacts was, he would. My sister said, "Why your son calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning?" I'm like, "Oh gee,
and
oh gee," or my mama. My mama is just so. She's just so sweet. He can call me anytime because he'll call her grandma, grandma, apple pie, just sitting there saying the same thing over and over
oh,
again. um, Candy says, I would follow behind in a car. I am sorry. I would be that mom. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You want to give them independence, especially the ones who, know and they express they want to do certain things. But, yeah, you got to be careful. Definitely got to be careful. Spencer says, here is idea like hospitals do on the baby ward with autistic kids. Why not have them put bracelets on every day that if they leave the school, the alarm goes off? I think that would be money. Um, Money for the district. It would probably be a fight for something like that. And then, if they get lost and they have to be replaced. But that is a good idea.
yeah,
That is a good idea. I mean, for those who are known to elope, if they can provide something like that. Yeah, they could provide something. Great idea. Okay, you guys, we are down to the last 10 minutes. Um, I'm going to put the link in if you like to come up, if you have something to share. Good news, great news, not so good news. If you want to share something motivational, inspirational, if you have an event coming up, you have an organization, a business you'd like to share, now is the time to come on up on the platform. I'm going to put the link in and it's open to anyone who would like to come up and share.
yeah,
Um, I had put an idea, but I think I'm going to change it while we're waiting here in the group. If I put a call out for anybody who'd like to sponsor a family this holiday, we would be like the in between. So if you'd like to sponsor a family, we put you in touch with a family that's in need for this holiday season. You just let us know if you like to sponsor an individual or an entire family. If that's something that interests you, you can contact me at um, support at autismandus.org. Now, gifts um, would be like gift cards, no money, but gift cards, items the family may need, or food gift card, if you like to do that. Now, the other idea is, and I'm probably going to open up the group for those who like to sponsor somebody, or for those who are in need, you can post in the group only for the month of November. And if you can help that individual or family out, you would just comment below. and then you guys can exchange information. Um, Please consider joining your school's CPAC. Now, what is CPAC? Because we all don't have the same acronym
Yeah.
and meanings. And where are you located, Earlene? Candy says, I have a little boy. I know I plan to do a Christmas box for him. Okay, awesome. Yeah, what is CPAC? But for anybody who's interested, the only reason I'm doing this because we had a few posts come through the group, and this would be a great way. And we're just gonna open it up during the holiday time. If you can help someone out, that would be appreciated. But we just the middle person, so we would connect you with that family that's in need, and you know, or I may open it up. What's today? Tomorrow's the 25th. I'll probably open the group up for those who want to request um, a holiday, maybe call it a holiday gift box or something. Special. Oh yeah, I'm on the advisory where I go to the meetings. Well, I did my first meeting last month, and this month I did a meeting. So yeah, those are very. Thank you for bringing that up. Those are very good meetings. Here we can do them virtually, and if you have any problems, suggestions, or anything, your voice will be heard. They do take the time to listen. They have breakout rooms because it's on Zoom. If you need to talk in private, um, very good meetings. Very good meetings. So yeah, I'm like Earlene. I would suggest if you can, no matter what grade, even if your child is way out of school, to join in one in your community, join in one of the meetings. South New Jersey, New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, we call ours PAC, PAC, Parent Advisory Committee.
So he was dropped off with his sister. He was looks like he was taken into his apartment. He wandered off around 5 something. He was found at 9 something. His
So,
brother was there with him, his brother and his sister. But he did wander off. He never eloped before. He did love the bodies of water around his apartments. And then since, as they said, for kids who elope, it's the number one death when a death occurs when they elope, is drowning. And then they said since his, I guess was, or since November 12th, there have been 5 more that have happened.
Now,
wow.
did they say what the siblings? What were they doing when he?
They didn't say, they
They
just
didn't
said the
say.
brother was yeah, the brother was the one that called 911. And they looked, everybody looked for a long time, but they said they really try to focus on the water, bodies of water when they're searching. Go to those first, because there might be time.
Yeah, and that's the thing that given that
Delicious.
the boy did not have the habit of eloping, hadn't been known to elope before, they weren't expecting him to do that, and so it's understandable they might not have had their attention on him all the time.
Right, right, right. Yeah, that's just it's scary. Scary.
Yeah, because you know how they must feel. But yeah, you get used to certain habits, certain schedules, certain routines with your kids, and you don't think something's going to change. You don't know that's the day that something different is going to happen.
Yeah, you're when a child hasn't been in the habit of doing something, hasn't done something before. Period. In fact, they'll put it a little more strongly. You know, you don't expect it to happen.
Yeah, you don't. Erlene says my son went to his first IEP meeting with us on the 7th, but I will start my little one soon. I did not know the child could attend the IEP meeting until I went to the CPAC meeting and learned. Oh, okay. Yeah, my son always, I think, well, except for a couple of them, he's always been in attendance. This last one, we did it virtually, but he was at the school with the teacher sitting in there while we were talking, and you can see him in his seat like, can I get up, please? Let me up out of this meeting.
Yeah, because like how we're in there to get things done, get things
Right.
situated, make sure everything's in place. They don't want to sit there for that.
Ready to get up. But yeah, I mean, if you have an opportunity to take your child, if they're not going to be too fidgety, I think
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Teresa asked that last time, but if they can
Yeah,
handle
that's
it,
what I thought.
mm-hmm,
We
yeah,
had Emily only in one, and it was the adult program. That was the
okay,
first one that she sat in last year.
okay,
But she looked like she
they're
didn't want to
ready
be
to
there.
go.
But yeah, she was doing good, but yeah, I could tell she wasn't really interested.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Yep, they be ready to get out of there.
Mhm. But it is good to put, especially as an adult, by that time,
Mhm.
yeah, but even high school, like, when you turn 18 in high school, you can write your own notes, you can sign your own things like that. They are adults too, so, you should
Mhm.
include
Yep. Did we lose you? She went out. All right, you guys. We got 2 more minutes. So going once, going twice. Um, the link is in there if you want to come on in and you have something to share. Feel free. Event, something motivational, inspirational. You just want to say hi.
Now, next week there won't be
No,
yeah, because of Thanksgiving weekend.
yeah,
Okay. That's the
yeah.
next one.
I'm gonna be chilling. Earlene says it was great because the teachers and staff were able to hear about his experience from him himself instead of us. He's in the 7th grade. Yep, that's awesome.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Linda has disappeared.
Yeah, she must be having connection problems.
Yeah,
But
probably.
anyway, you guys, I want to thank each and every one of you. Oh, wait a minute. Hi, Earlene. How are you?
Early.
Hi. Sorry if it's loud over here.
That's okay.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
a second. Sorry about that. This is my first time coming to this meeting, but I'm glad that I was able to.
You're more than welcome. Come anytime. We're here every Sunday at 7 p.m.
Glad to have you with us, Erlene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anytime you want to come up on the platform, if you have something to share, we don't have time tonight because I got to go. But if you want to come up on the platform, you have something to share, good news, great news, something motivational. If you have an event coming up, feel free. You are more than welcome. It's all about us learning, sharing, and supporting each other. Oh, she had to log off.
Okay. Well,
uh,
everybody have a good 2 weeks.
yes, enjoy your time. Candy says, hope everyone have a great holiday. To all parents, you are all awesome. Remember, please be safe. Don't go too crazy with Black Friday sales. Right. Kelly says, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everyone. Okay, everyone, and that will do it for tonight. Let's talk autism. Great discussion this evening. See you all. For those of you who celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday, have an awesome, blessed holiday, and don't eat too much, drink too much, but enjoy. Enjoy. And I will see you all later.
All right.
Thank you for coming up. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful
Yeah.
holiday in whatever way your family needs. Yes, we'll see you guys Sunday after next. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you just reminded me when you said don't eat too much. It reminded me of the time when my daughter was, I think, 3 years old. We were in a restaurant and she
Uh-huh.
said really real loud, "Don't eat too much. You'll get diarrhea."
Oh my goodness. Okay,
All
everybody.
right.
See you week after next.
Good night, everyone.
Night.